Oh, hell no. What? My roundhouse kick wasn't effective? Yo, that's some anime shit right there. Saying I'm late to the Resident Evil 4 party would be an understatement. I missed the party, the after party, the 10-year reunion, well, you get it. Originally released on the GameCube. Wait, this was a GameCube exclusive? I was an honorary member of the GameCube Code back then when all my friends had their PlayStations and their Xboxes. How did this find in my radar? Oh yeah, I was in my Super Smash Bros. Melee phase. I'm afraid we got off topic, but Resident Evil 4 is really
One eternity later.
really good. Hi, I'm JPtheHRMT, your favorite backlog gamer, and I finally played Resident Evil 4. The fact there's a whole cutscene for jumping through the window every single time is wow. So Resident Evil 4 is a game that speaks for itself. I've heard tons of people call it their favorite game of all time. The game has been ported on every device known to man, and at this point, I'm surprised I can't play it on my air fryer. Not to mention how it influenced games like Dead Space, Gears of War, and Last of Us. So as someone trying the game for the first time in 2025 with such a strong lineup of modern games, I was curious if Resident Evil could wow me. I was going to be super strict and really judge this game on its own merit. This game may have impressed my forefathers, but could it impress me? Let's go. Best game ever.
I have seen the face of God.
Yeah, this game wowed me in about 5 minutes. After rolling credits, it majestically took its seat as one of my favorite games of all time in space. I played the upscale PS4 port and the visuals and tone really hold up well in 2025. The 2000s campiness had me grinning from ear to ear. Roundhouse kicking zombies never got old. The story is nonsensical, but I'm starting to see that for Resident Evil, that's pretty on brand. So, about that story.
It's Leon. Sorry I couldn't get in touch sooner, but I was a bit tied up.
No, he did not just use puns.
There was a
Picking up 6 years after the events of Resident Evil 2, Leon, Timothy Kennedy, is now a member of the Secret Service and is sent to somewhere in Europe. His mission, save the president's daughter Ashley. After some banding with the local police, Leon finds himself in a Resident Evil game. He comes across locals who don't take too kindly to his presence. Before we know it, I'm in a cramped village fighting for my life against zombies and some guy wearing a pillowcase wielding a chainsaw. I'm starting to fall in love with this franchise.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Once the bell rings, the zombies, actually, they're not zombies. I'll call them infected since that feels right. The infected retreat and Leon decides to investigate the village further, looking for Ashley. Leon lets his guard down and gets captured. This is where we meet Louise, another guest of the village. Yo. After breaking free, Louise slips away and we come face to face with the village chief. Oh, there he is. How is he so big and fast and quiet? I did not give you permission to choke me, sir. Can you please release me? Thanks, man. Shit. This game is kind of weird. Apparently, while we were knocked out, Leon got infected with whatever was turning the villagers into monsters. This means Leon must hurry his pursuit for Ashley and figure out how to cure himself. Our investigation leads into a battle with some sort of infected croc monster. After turning the creature into paste and then fighting another giant monstrosity, we arrive at the church and find Ashley. Now the game begins proper, but more on that later. Time for the great escape, except one problem. What's that? Oh! The village chief is back, and they're not letting us leave with Ashley without a fight. After we put the chief in a blender, we proceed to an obnoxious looking castle run by an even more obnoxious little man named Salazar. He's a lackey of the game's big bad Sadler. Speaking of which, Sadler's whole plan is to have Ashley and Leon go back to the White House with the parasites in order to infect the president. Sadler claims he can control the parasites, which means he'll be able to control the president. So many questions, but I'll save them for the end. As we explore the castle, a lot of weird stuff happens. We meet up with Ada from Resident Evil 2, who somehow is wearing an even more impractical outfit than last time. We reunite with Louise, but not for long. No! Turns out Louise was a researcher trying to bring Sadler and his cult to justice. Fueled with rage, I confronted the little bastard Salazar and used an RPG to send him to the Shadow Realm. Now it's time for this. Let's go. We escape the hideous castle and begin to search for a cure for the parasites. We also come across a new enemy, Krauser. Why is he like a Metal Gear Solid character? And I stopped paying attention for 2 seconds and died. Him and Leon have history, but it turns out Krauser was working under Sadler. He was the one who kidnapped Ashley. After a fight to the death with Krauser, we put him in his place. We continue to a lab where Leon and Ashley are able to remove their parasites. Now it's time for the great escape. The only thing stopping us now is Sadler himself. Closer. Come a little closer. There we go. Boom, there we go. Big brain strats right there. We take down the evil cult leader in a style similar to Resident Evil 2, with Ada giving us a rocket launcher. Ada takes the parasite sample into what I'm guessing is a future RE sequel. We escape the island on the jet ski, and of course it ends with Ashley thirsting over Leon. Happily ever after.
After you take me back to my place, how about we do some overtime?
Sorry.
Now, let's circle back to how ass backwards Sadler's plan was. If Sadler wanted to use Ashley to infect the president, why not just let Leon rescue her? Instead, he monologues.
Do as I say. I'll have total control over your minds. Don't you think this is a revolutionary way to promulgate one's faith?
He starts monologuing.
I mean, Sadler is the architect of his own downfall. Also, the only reason Leon even knew where Ashley was because of a leak thanks to Ada. So if not for that leak, no one would know where Ashley was. So how are they planning to get her to the president? I could take it a step further. Why not just use Ashley as bait to lure the president to you and infect him directly? I feel like he was jumping through a lot of hoops. Besides that, I really enjoyed Resident Evil 4's story. As someone who loves dad humor, this game hit all the right notes for me. Some weird moments like Louise commenting on Ashley's figure and Ashley thirsting over Leon. I hope those were removed in the remake. I wanted to experience the OG story before playing the remake, and I'm so glad I did. Now, moving on to... So gameplay in Resident Evil 4 was what I was most concerned about. If you've seen my Resident Evil 2 video, you know me and tank controls in RE1 did not get along. However, I played with different control schemes until I got comfortable. Now I'm playing on the professional difficulty with no real issues. The combat in Resident Evil 4 was a complete game changer. For the first time in the series, the camera was pulled over Leon's shoulder, giving the player precise aim over every shot. Instead of blindly shooting into the void like older entries, every headshot, kneecap, and suplex was deliberate. I never got bored of roundhouse kicking zombies. Peak gameplay. The balance between managing ammo, crowd control, and precision aiming created a perfect storm of tension and satisfaction. You feel every shot matter, and that tension became the foundation of modern third-person shooters. You can see its DNA in games like Dead Space, which borrowed the over-the-shoulder perspective and slow methodical dismemberment to ramp up horror tension. Uncharted also took cues from Resident Evil 4's fluid aiming and cinematic pacing to create its action-heavy sequences. Even The Last of Us built upon the same core formula: tight camera angles, weighty shooting, and a balance of resource management and storytelling. Simply put, Resident Evil 4 didn't just redefine survival horror, it redefined how we aim, move, and fight in third-person games. I get the gimmick here. Ashley, over here, Ashley. So, surprise, surprise, I liked Resident Evil 4. I know, not a revolutionary statement. After 20 years, the game still holds up, and I'm eager to play the remake. Not gonna lie, chat, I'm concerned about playing the remake now. I'm having so much fun. Look at that roundhouse kick. Every single time, it never gets old. Leon is a fun protagonist who feels like a corny action hero in a B-movie. The villains all match that energy with their mustache-twirling snark. Ashley's annoying, and there were times when the villains kidnapped her. I wish they kept her. Come, Ashley. Yo, you really have to press it to get her to follow you in that scenario? That's crazy. She just has no sense of survival at all. I also played the Separate Ways DLC. It was okay, though I hear the remake version is better, and I never got around the Mercenaries mode, so I'll save that for the remake. So, question of the day. Which RE4 do you prefer, the original or the remake? Let me know below and why. And thanks for watching. Like and sub if you feel like I earned it. Let me know how I can improve these videos. Stop by the Twitch as we're probably playing some sort of Resident Evil game to platinum. Join the Discord to make some friends. We always have cookies. Now, let me get back to getting worked by Nemesis.
Right now.
All right, let me grab my...
Oh, what? Yo, that scared me, guys. Ooh. Is that Nemesis? Oh, nah, already? Till next time, it's Mateo Vert, your favorite backlog gamer, and you guys stay safe.